How do you fix Python type errors mixing integers and floats? Imagine trying to build a puzzle where some pieces are whole numbers and others have decimal parts. If you try to fit them together without adjusting, errors happen. That's what happens when you mix integers and floats in Python. Python has two main numeric types: integers, which are whole numbers like 1, 2, or 3, and floats, which are numbers with decimal points like 3.14 or 0.5. These types behave differently and can cause errors if not handled properly. The most common mistake occurs when using floats as list indices. Python only accepts whole numbers for list positions. If you write -2.5, Python will give you a type error because 2.5 is a float, not an integer. To fix this, you need to convert the float to an integer first. Use the int function like this, -int 2.5. This will turn 2.5 into 2, which is a valid index. If your float comes from dividing to numbers, you can also use integer division. Instead of 5 divided by 2, which gives 2.5, write 5/2. This automatically gives you 2 as an integer. When accepting user input or data from outside sources, you cannot assume the data is in the right type. Always check and convert it. If you get a number that might be a float but you need an integer, first convert it to a float with flow. Then, check if it is a whole number using the isInteger method. If it is, convert it to an integer with int. If not, decide how to handle it. Maybe round it or ask the user for a different input. Many Python functions expect only integers. The range function is a good example. If you try to write range 5.5, Python will raise a type error because range needs an integer. To avoid this, convert your float to an integer before passing it, range int 5.5. This way, the function gets a proper integer value and works smoothly. When doing calculations that mix integers and floats, Python usually converts the result to a float. But sometimes, you need an integer result, like 4 list indices or range arguments. In these cases, convert the float explicitly using int. For example, if you multiply a string by a number, like hello times 3.5, it causes an error. To fix it, write hello int 3.5. This makes sure your code runs without errors. The best way to avoid these errors is to be clear about your data types. Always convert explicitly when needed. Use integer division when you want an integer result from division. When writing functions, specify whether they need integers or if they can handle floats. Test your code with different inputs, including negative numbers and zeros, to catch any type issues early. By understanding how Python treats integers and floats, and applying these simple rules, you can write code that handles numbers correctly and avoids common errors.